Hey, this is CG1 and thank you so much for joining me once again. One big issue that I'm starting to learn a lot more about is how do we get the balance between saying yes and no, especially within our friendships, our relationships, and etc. Because sometimes we may struggle with saying no to certain things and go along with things that we know that we don't really want to do, or perhaps we don't know what to say yes to and what to say no to, and so the balance of that can be a real struggle sometimes. But what I want to suggest to you is that if you don't say no, you be a puppet, but if you don't say yes, you be a dictator. So that proposes that it's important to really know when to say yes and when to say no, and having a good balance between the two is absolutely key in not only managing your time but also becoming effective within your relationships that you have with your friends and colleagues and all sorts of people. So it's essential to know that when we say yes to certain things, it has to abide under the idea that it falls in line with our vision, it falls in line with our aspirations, where we want to go. It also falls in line with our values and our convictions. It's important to know that you don't want to say yes to something that violates your convictions or your values. But at the same time also, it's important to know that saying no to certain things when they do violate your values and your convictions is essential. Perhaps it may be in line with your interest or even your hobbies, and you may not have enough time in order to do it because you know that in order to get to where you need to get to, you need to give up some of the things that won't get you there. So having that balance is really essential when it comes to actually developing your relationships and also making sure that you're living a life that is intentional to helping you live on purpose. This is CG1 and you have the seed of greatness.